So EST Gee is receiving a whole lot of backlash on the internet because he walked off of a Bootleg Kev interview whenever he started to talk about him playing football, not just football, but playing in college, which means he went to college. Now, Bootleg Kev was talking to him at first, and EST Gee was talking about some street stuff like street this, on a block this, on a block that, and then all of a sudden Bootleg Kev started to talk to him like, hey, wait, didn't you go to college as well and you play football? You know, I'm a big football fan, and at that time, you can see EST Gee sort of get very uncomfortable whenever he began to talk about him playing football in college. Let me get into the details right after the intro. Check it out, man. All right. Keith decided to go and like the video so we can get the story started. So yes, within hip hop, a lot of hip hop artists want to seem extremely gangster. It's not to say that EST Gee isn't really a gangster. Just because you went to college don't mean you still can't be a gangster. You know what I'm talking about? You probably still done got some people clapped inside of the streets. But at the end of the day, yes, you did play football as well in college, which means you had to pass your classes in order to be able to pay, which means you're not just a dummy. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of artists do want to portray the image of just being a flat out dummy. They feel like it'll increase their image within the rap world because what they're trying to portray is the streets. You know what I'm talking about? There's actually people that done went to college and then did some college courses and got clowned on in the streets because they did actually go to college. And this is just part of the black community, of what's going on inside of the black community right now. It's not just that a lot of people don't want to go to college. There are actual people that's in the streets that don't want to go to college because they will feel that they will get embarrassed and laughed and made fun of for actually choosing to go do higher education. We already know the street life only leads to death or in jail, but unfortunately we have rappers who have went and got higher education, but that's not what they choose to portray because they feel like it'll take away from their image, their gangster image. Now, EST Gee did respond and reply back to Bootleg Kev whenever he put that interview out, pretty much letting everybody know that, hey man, listen, I ain't ashamed to say that I went to college and got higher education, but there's a long sentence of what he actually said, and I'm actually going to read y'all what Buddy said. Now, no matter what he say, the internet's still going to have what they think and what they believe, and what it did look like was Buddy did not just want to talk about the fact that he actually did attend some college, you get what I'm saying, which is a good thing to actually have, as a good accomplishment. Actually, more rappers should probably tell their audiences, which is a lot of black people, because the black community do look at the artists as gods, even though they're not gods. They're just normal people with marketing dollars behind them that make money because they have marketing dollars behind them to make them look bigger than life, even though sometimes they're not even as big as the audience may portray. But yeah, they should probably definitely encourage them to do college kind of stuff, just to kind of help back the community. I mean, it's already, the rap and hip hop music has already been used as like a weapon against the black community because they're only showing the super gangster stuff and putting millions of dollars of marketing behind it and playing it on the radio 24/7. So the least that you could do, if you already know if you know that what you're doing is destroying the community, you might as well try to help out just a little bit. But anyways, EST Gee did respond and he said, Bootleg Kev, you trying to play it like I walked out because of football, like I ain't did plenty of interviews talking about playing and talking about it in my music. You asking me if I remember an old man star, if I believe in aliens and an NFL combine. What do that got to do with my album dropping Friday? Okay, I'm gonna pause right there. I'll read the rest a little bit. I'm gonna be completely honest. Listen, man, if it's like a 30 or 45 minute interview, as the audience and the fans, we don't want to hear about no music album dropping for 45 minutes straight. Yes, talk about that for a little bit and then get to some stuff. And he probably wants to talk about aliens because that's a current topic that just happened. They just pretty much said that, hey, aliens do exist. So that's probably why he was talking about that. And as far as the other stuff, it's going to be stuff just to get people to click on the interview so people will actually go watch it and hear about the album. If you just post a clip of an artist talking about their album, but you post a clip of them talking about some funny or entertaining stuff, more than likely people are going to go click the funny and entertaining stuff to watch the interview, and then they're going to come across the stuff about the album. It's just all marketing. That's what it is right now. I don't know what this bootleg guy, his intentions were. I don't know his intentions, but I do know know and understand the concept of marketing, right? And then he said, what that dude that got to do with my album dropping on Friday? And I literally just walked out that interview 2 hours ago. You already got a clip up. You trying to go viral, laugh out loud. Pause it right there. Yes, of course, this is the internet. Everybody want to go viral, including the artists themselves when they're dropping their music. That's why before, anytime you see an artist about to drop some music, typically they may come out with a beef with somebody. That's Soulja Boy is we know that's one of his formulas. Or you're gonna go do interviews to get your message out. So it's the interviewer's job to somehow try to get this interview to go viral, which now we're talking about the album because you walked off of the actual platform. So it worked out for everybody, right? Then it says you're trying to go viral, honey. I got real life going on. Ask around. I don't feel like playing, so please don't play with me because I play crazy. And then of course the last part of that is just some gangster talk, right? It's like the hip hop artists are trapped trying to portray gangsterism, right? And when, the reason I say they're trapped trying to play gangsterism, because it always gets to a point where they're like, I want to do more than rap. I want to just be busy. But for so long, you put yourself in just this rapper box, and that's what you got to portray to the audience, right? I don't think the artists understand that, hey, listen, you don't got to be tough all the time 24/7. And it would probably actually help out the community if you wasn't playing tough all the time 24/7, because it's really dying. Because it's really listening to y'all music and then going to go spin the block and kill other people while they're listening to y'all music. And not to mention that a lot of the hitmen in the black community now are the kids. The kids are now the actual hitmans within the black community going to spin a block listening to the music of the actual artist, right? But the artist just feels like, hey man, if I show any sort of humanity, human of being a human, I just call it humanism if that's a word. If I show any bit of being an actual human, that's going to just ruin my whole career. I'm not a human. I'm a monster. I'm a gorilla. I'm a super savage, which is what the kids of the community, of the black community now, is kind of turning into, because they're listening to the artist and they're trying to portray what their favorite artist is being. That's why what's happening with NBA Youngboy right now, with the painted nails and stuff, they're kind of I don't want to say they're turning their back on them, but they're going at them right now because they're like, why you painting your nails, man? This can't be the same person that made the murder business. There ain't no way this is the person that I've been listening to, man. Get away from McConaughey, because they want the murder stuff, right? So it's it just has to be some sort of balance between it, because if there can't be a balance between it, the kids are going to continue being hitman and go kill each other. And it's just going to continue another more and more generations of just like complete destruction and destroying, which that's actually what the rap music is actually doing at this particular time. And you can't refute it at all. It is no way. This ain't for the older people. This is for the younger people. You know what I'm talking about? They're the ones actually spinning the block to the music. If you're older, your brain is developed, so you know that. Anyway, so I'm going to make a prediction, right? So in 1993, there was a lady named Dolores Tucker who was completely against gangster rap, because she said, first of all, she went to like governmental agencies. She went to like Congress. She had a whole lot of stuff to try to stop the spread of gangster rap, right? Now, at that time, a lot of people was making fun of her, like Tupac was like, Dolores Tucker, you a mother, you know what I'm talking about, going against her, because obviously he was one of the ones making the gangster music. She spoke about Snoop Dogg, just a whole lot of people, right? Because she said, hey, listen, if y'all don't stop this gangster music now, it's gonna turn into a whole lot of the black youth not only losing confidence in themselves, but also turning into murderous killers. I don't know if y'all know what's happening right now within the black community, especially the youth, but I'm telling y'all that what she imagined back then and said was gonna actually happen is literally happening right now. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, or ways around it. This ain't something where you can just say, oh, this is the white man's fault that this is happening. We can say that, yeah, they're funding the artists to market them and put millions behind them, but at the same time, the community itself has to know, okay, you know what, this if we know this was damaging us, let's cut this off for a little bit, or let's not worship the rappers, or let's just cut this down, a little bit. Let's spend less time with it and more time over here. But obviously that's not happening, and that's not gonna happen, right? So what's gonna have to happen is the black community within itself is going to have an inner community war where they're going to have a cleansing war sometime in the future. Don't know when, but it's going to happen. And when they do have this cleansing war, they're going to they're gonna go to war again against rap music, because rap music is some of the most, and I listen to it. I'm gonna listen to it. I like it. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm just gotta be honest with y'all as well. Rap music is some of the most damaging stuff within the black community that has ever existed. I'm talking about ever existed. This is I personally believe that rap music is like an experiment, and it's an experiment of destruction that's actually an autopilot now. So yes, that's why a lot of people is kind of giving backlash to EST Gee for walking off the interview after they began to talk about him going to higher education college, passing his college courses, and then playing football. But anyways, how do y'all feel about this, man? Do y'all feel like people are just overreacting at the fact that he walked off and he just felt disrespected, he walked off? Or do y'all feel like, yeah, he could have just stayed and just handled that? I don't like when people do that. But anyways, let me know something. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about this entire ordeal. I'm out.